My hostess Sarah came running. "Chef Lucas, does someone from the Thompson family know you? They specifically want to see you." At that moment, I remembered that painful night 10 years ago. Michael's family had kicked me out of their house and told me to end our relationship. Now they were going to face me and learn the truth. My name is Lucas Rivera. I'm 35 years old, and I own a restaurant called Ethereal in one of New York's most prestigious neighborhoods, Upper East Side. My restaurant received a Michelin star last year, and the city's most famous people come here to dine. But 10 years ago, I was just a waiter working at a small restaurant in Queens. I had met Michael Thompson at Columbia University. He was studying law while I was going to university at night and working in restaurants during the day. The moment I first saw him, I fell in love. This handsome man with blonde hair, blue eyes, always dressed perfectly had changed my world. After being together for 6 months, Michael said he wanted me to meet his family. The Thompson family was one of Manhattan's most established families. His father, Richard Thompson, was a partner at a famous law firm, and his mother, Patricia Thompson, was the queen of their social circles. "Lucas, I want you to meet my family," Michael had said one evening. "They're very curious about you." I was excited, but also worried. Michael's family was upper class, while I was the son of Spanish immigrants. My father, Pedro, worked in construction, and my mother, Maria, did cleaning jobs. "Michael, what if they don't like me?" I had asked. "They'll love you, Lucas. You're amazing." How wrong Michael was, I would learn that evening. When I went to the Thompson family's mansion in Upper East Side, I was breathless. A 3-story stone house, perfect garden, antique furniture inside. This was another world. When Michael's family greeted me, the expression on their faces wasn't friendly at all. Richard Thompson gave me a firm handshake, while Patricia Thompson looked me up and down. "So you're Lucas," Patricia had said, with cold politeness in her voice. "Michael has talked about you a lot." During dinner, questions rained down. Where I was from, what my family did for work, my future plans. With each question, I felt they were evaluating me, and the result wasn't very encouraging. "So, Lucas, what are you planning to do after graduation?" Richard had asked. "I want to develop myself in the culinary field, sir. Maybe one day I can open my own restaurant." Patricia and Richard had made eye contact. That look said everything. After dinner, when Michael went to the bathroom, Patricia had cornered me. "Lucas, I need to speak frankly with you. You might be a good boy, but you're not suitable for our family." "What do you mean, Mrs. Thompson?" "Michael has a future. He'll work at a prestigious law firm, marry upper-level people. You're just a waiter boy." The words cut me like a knife. "But I love Michael." "Love isn't enough, Lucas. Social status, family background, future expectations, these are important. You'll drag Michael's life down." At that moment, Richard had also come over. "Patricia is right, son. You'll be happy with someone at your own level. Michael's destiny is different." "But what does Michael think about all this?" "Michael is young, emotional. We need to help him do the right thing," Patricia had said. When Michael returned from the bathroom, he sensed the atmosphere had changed. "What happened? Why is everyone so tense?" "Nothing, darling," his mother had said. "We were chatting with Lucas." On the way home, I told Michael what had happened. At first, he didn't want to believe it. "No, Lucas, they're not that kind of people. They must have misunderstood you." "Michael, your mother clearly told me I'm not suitable. I'll talk to them. Everything will be fine." But it didn't get better. In the following days, Michael's behavior changed. He wasn't answering my calls, responding late to my messages, canceling our meetings. 2 weeks later, I learned the truth. Michael's friend James had accidentally mentioned it. Michael had to break up when his family threatened him. His father said he would cut him out of the inheritance and he would lose his place at the law firm. My heart was shattered. Michael loved me, but had chosen his family. That night, I had called Michael. "Is what James said true?" There was a long silence. "Lucas, answer me, Michael. Did your family threaten you?" "It's a complicated situation." "No, it's very simple. You'll either choose me or them." "Lucas, you need to understand. My family is everything to me. Without them, I'm nothing. What about me? Don't the 6 months we spent together mean anything? Of course they do, but it's not enough, is it? Lucas, please don't make this harder. I'm not the one making it hard, Michael. You're taking the easy way out. I hung up the phone and never called Michael again. The following months were very difficult. I saw Michael everywhere. In the cafeteria, library, on campus. He saw me too, but we both ignored each other. After graduation, I heard that Michael had started working at a prestigious law firm. I, on the other hand, started working as a sous chef at a small bistro in Manhattan. During that period, I had only one thing on my mind: to be successful. Michael's family had rejected me as not good enough. I would show them how wrong they were. I worked day and night. I did internships with famous chefs, learned every detail of culinary art. I tried everything from French cuisine to Italian, flavors from Japanese mastery to molecular gastronomy. 5 years later, I had become the head chef of a small but quality restaurant in Manhattan. Our restaurant started receiving praise from local newspapers. In the 7th year, the big opportunity came. A real estate investor offered me a partnership, the opportunity to open a luxury restaurant in Upper East Side, in the Thompson family's neighborhood. Lucas, with your talent, we can do amazing things in this location, my investor David Goldman had said. But Upper East Side is very expensive. The people in that area are very selective. You're the only one who can offer them quality worthy of that level. It's worth the risk. When we opened Ethereal, the first 6 months were tough. Upper-class customers were very judgmental of me. They didn't believe a young Latino chef could cook at this level. But my food started talking. The way I harmonized traditional flavors with modern techniques, the artwork-like dishes I put on every plate, my perfectionist approach. The first positive review came from the New York Times, then Food and Wine magazine, followed by the Michelin Guide. At the end of the 9th year, I had received my Michelin star. I was so happy that night that I cried. My father Pedro, my mother Maria, all my friends were there. Only Michael wasn't there. 10 years later, at this exact point, my hostess Sarah had come running. Chef Lucas, does someone from the Thompson family know you? My heart felt like it was going to stop. The Thompson family? Yes, they made a reservation for 8 people. They specifically want to talk to you. At that moment, everything fell into place. Michael's family. The family that had rejected me 10 years ago as not good enough, now wanted to eat at my restaurant. When are they coming, Sarah? Tomorrow evening at 8. They requested a table in the VIP section. I couldn't sleep that night. The time had come to face the Thompson family after 10 years, but this time I would set the rules. The next evening I arrived at the restaurant early. I checked every detail with my team. This evening had to be perfect. At 8 o'clock the Thompson family arrived. Richard still looked impressive but had aged. Patricia wasn't as attractive as before, and Michael looked different from where I had left him 10 years ago. He was still handsome, but there was a tiredness on his face. Next to him was a blonde, elegant woman, probably his wife. My hostess took them to the VIP section. I was watching from the kitchen. Michael kept looking around, searching for me. Chef Lucas, are you ready? Sarah asked. I took a deep breath. Yes. Showtime. As I walked toward the VIP section, my steps were confident. My chef uniform, the Michelin star pin symbolizing my success. Everything was perfect. As I approached the Thompson family's table, Patricia's expression changed. She had recognized me. Good evening, I said in a calm voice. I'm Chef Lucas Rivera, the founder and head chef of Ethereal. There was silence at the table. Richard's mouth was open. Patricia's face had turned white. Michael looked like he had seen a ghost. Lucas? Michael said, stammering. Hello, Michael. It's been a long time. Are you the owner of this place? Founder, owner, and head chef. Yes. Patricia tried to pull herself together. Lucas, seeing you here is surprising. For me too, Mrs. Thompson. 10 years ago you told me you're not suitable for our family's standards. Now you want to eat at my restaurant. Richard spoke in a hoarse voice. Lucas, there's no point in discussing the past. We just came to eat. Of course, Mr. Thompson. I'm here to serve you. After all, I've now become someone who meets your standards, haven't I? Michael's wife whispered. Michael, who is this? Why is everyone so tense? Michael couldn't answer. Not a single word came out of his mouth. Let me present you with our special menu for today, I said with a smile. As an appetizer, tartar with foie gras, then beef tenderloin with truffle sauce. And for dessert, our handmade chocolate. Sounds good, Patricia said, her voice trembling. Great. I'll also choose your wine. I'll have something special prepared for you. When I returned to the kitchen, my hands were shaking. After 10 years, I had faced the Thompson family, and they now knew who I was. Chef, how did it go? My sous chef Mario asked. Perfect. Now we're going to make them the best meal of their lives. That evening I surpassed myself. Every plate was a work of art. The flavors were perfect. The presentations were dazzling. The Thompson family was mesmerized with every bite. During the meal I could hear whispers between them. Michael's wife was asking her husband questions. Patricia and Richard were looking at me with amazement. After dessert service, Michael got up and came toward the kitchen. Lucas, can we talk? Of course, Michael. We can talk in my office. When we went to my office, Michael was looking at the awards on the walls, certificates, photos taken with famous people. You really succeeded, he said with admiration in his voice. Yes, Michael. I succeeded. Lucas, about what happened 10 years ago, are you going to apologize? Isn't it a bit late? I know. But I was young and stupid then. I was afraid of disappointing my family. And now? What do you think now? Michael looked down. Now I understand I made the biggest mistake of my life. Tell me what your mistake was, Michael. Losing you. You were the best thing in my life, and I sacrificed you. What did you tell your family about me? Nothing. They still think you're someone from the past. They were shocked when they learned this restaurant was yours. What about your wife? Who is she? Michael gave a bitter smile. Amanda. My father's business partner's daughter. We got married 2 years ago, because my family wanted it. Are you happy? What do you think, Lucas? Do I look happy? He really didn't look happy. There was deep sadness on his face. Michael, we can't change the past. You made your choice. What about now? Do we have a chance now? I was surprised by this question. What do you mean? My marriage with Amanda wasn't for happiness. It was family pressure. Now that I've seen you... Michael, stop. You're married. And I'm with someone else. With someone else? Yes. Carlos. We've been living together for 2 years. Michael's face fell. Oh. Okay. I understand. Michael, you left me 10 years ago. I moved on with my life after that day. You should do the same. You're right. I'm just sorry. Lucas. I know, Michael. But it's too late. Michael stopped as he was leaving. Thank you for tonight. The meal was magnificent. You're welcome. It's my job. After Michael left, I returned to the VIP section. The Thompson family was still there. The meal was wonderful, Lucas, Patricia said with sincerity in her voice. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. We wronged you 10 years ago, Richard said. You were really a talented young man. We couldn't see that. You saw me as someone below your social status, but I found a way to create my own value. You're right, and we apologize for that. Patricia also spoke. Lucas, if I could take back time, I would act differently. You were a good young man. Mrs. Thompson, the past is in the past. What matters is today. Michael is very sorry. Patricia said. He's never been happy all these years. That was his choice. He needs to accept the consequences. When they brought the bill, Richard hesitated. Lucas, we want to pay the bill. No, thank you. Tonight is my treat. But, don't insist, Mr. Thompson. This isn't something I'm doing for my family. This is a night when I showed you who I am. As the Thompson family was leaving, Patricia turned to me one last time. Lucas, if you forgive us someday, I would be happy. Mrs. Thompson, I'm not angry with you. I was just disappointed. Now I don't care. After they left, I thought for hours. 10 years ago, this family had rejected me and turned my life upside down. Now they were standing before me and seeing who I was. But I realized I didn't want revenge. I just wanted to show them how wrong they were. And I had achieved that. The next day, Michael called. Lucas, I thought about last night. I want to talk to you more. Michael, we don't have much to talk about. Please, let's have coffee, for old time's sake. I finally agreed. The next day we met at a small cafe. Lucas, I want to be honest. My marriage with Amanda is about to end. I'm sorry to hear that. No, don't be sorry. This marriage was wrong. From the start. I couldn't forget you. Michael. I know, it's too late. But I at least wanted to tell the truth. I always loved you, Lucas. I never forgot. So why did you wait 10 years? I was scared. I was afraid of disappointing my family, losing my career. But now I understand that losing you was worse than all of that. Michael, you were a young kid then. You were under your family's pressure. I understand. So do you forgive me? I forgave you long ago, Michael. But that doesn't mean the emotional bond between us will return. Do you really love Carlos? Yes. He accepted me as I am. His family did too. Michael gave a bitter smile. His family accepted you, but mine didn't. We can't change the past, Michael. I know. I just wish I could have stood up to my family that night. Life is like that, Michael. We make choices and live with the consequences. When Michael was leaving, he hugged me. You deserve to be happy, Lucas. Carlos is a lucky man. You'll find happiness too, Michael. But for the right reasons. I rarely saw Michael after that day. I heard he divorced Amanda and left the city. I hope he found peace in his life. Ethereal continued to grow. We received our second Michelin star last year. Carlos and I got engaged. The Thompson family is now in the past. But the story didn't end there. Interesting developments happened in the days following that night with the Thompson family. First, Michael's friend James called me. Lucas, I talked to Michael. He's very sorry and depressed. James, that's not my problem. I know. But Lucas, Michael has really changed. He ended his marriage with Amanda. He's also distant from his family. Good. For him. Can I tell you something? Michael had a big fight with his father Richard after that night. This caught my attention. What kind of fight? Richard blamed Michael for eating at your restaurant. He said, "You embarrassed us." Michael stood up to his father for the first time. What did he say? He said, "I lost the best thing because of the injustice you did to Lucas 10 years ago. Now you're ashamed to see this." James's words made me think. Maybe Michael was really changing. A week later, I experienced a bigger surprise. Patricia Thompson came to my restaurant alone. My hostess, Sarah, came running. "Chef Lucas, Mrs. Thompson wants to see you. But this time she's alone." I met Patricia in my private dining room. She looked very different, more humble, more fragile. "Lucas, I came to talk to you. Please, Mrs. Thompson." What happened here that night made me think a lot about what we did to you 10 years ago. I understand. No, I don't think you understand. I couldn't see what a special person you were. I only looked at your social status and didn't evaluate your personality. There were tears in Patricia's eyes. I now understand that Michael lived his happiest days when he was with you. Mrs. Thompson, please listen to me, Lucas. As a mother, I took away my son's happiness. Michael never really smiled during these 10 years. This is an issue between you two. No, this also concerns you. Because you were the most valuable thing in Michael's life, and I destroyed that. Patricia stood up. I'm not asking anything from you, Lucas. I just want you to know that I'm very sorry, and I only feel admiration for what you've achieved. After Patricia left, I thought for a long time. The Thompson family's regret seemed sincere, but it was too late. 2 days later, I received an unexpected call from Richard Thompson. Lucas, can I talk to you? Of course, Mr. Thompson. Can you come to my office? I want to make you an offer. Richard's office was in the center of Manhattan. It was a magnificent place, old wooden furniture, prestigious awards, law books covering the walls. Lucas, I'll speak directly. We did you a great injustice, and now I want to make up for it. What do you mean? I'm offering you a business partnership, exclusive catering agreement for Thompson Law Firm's corporate events. This was a big offer. Thompson Law Firm was one of New York's most prestigious firms. This is a very generous offer, Mr. Thompson. But why? Because you're the best. And because we owe you. You don't owe me anything. The past is in the past. Lucas, I'm a businessman. I saw your talent. At the same time, I admit our mistake toward you. I'll think about your offer, Mr. Thompson. One more thing, Lucas. I'm worried about Michael. He divorced Amanda, quit his job. He's in a very bad state. That's not my problem. I know, but you're the person who knows him best. Maybe you can help him. Mr. Thompson, Michael left me 10 years ago. I'm not obligated to help him now. You're right. It's just a father's concern. That evening I discussed the situation with Carlos. This Thompson family really seems sorry, Carlos said. Yes, but that doesn't change the past. It doesn't change it, of course. But Lucas, you've become very successful. Maybe it's time to leave the past behind. What do you mean? You don't have to help them, but you might consider forgiving them for your own peace. Carlos was right. I was successful and happy. There was no anger or resentment left to harbor against the Thompson family. A week later, I accepted Richard's offer, but only because it was business. I would cater for Thompson Law Firm's events. The first event was very successful. Richard's business partners were very impressed with my food. Lucas, this is wonderful, Richard said after the event. You're really one of the world's best chefs. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Lucas, haven't you seen Michael lately? No. Why did you ask? He's in a very bad state, depressed, not interested in anything. Maybe you could call him. Mr. Thompson, I can't interfere in Michael's life. I know. Just think about it. That night I really thought about it. Michael's situation was affecting me. No matter how hurt I was, I had loved him once. Finally, I called Michael. Lucas? Are you calling me? Yes, Michael, how are you? Terrible, but why did you call? Your father is worried. Did my father tell you this? Yes, he said you're in a bad state. Lucas, I'm really very bad. I divorced Amanda, quit my job. I don't want to do anything. Why did you quit your job? Because that job was what my father wanted, not what I wanted. I want to live my own life like you. So what do you want to do? I don't know. Maybe become a teacher. Or work in social services. Not law like my father wanted. Michael, you're 35 years old. It's not too late to change your life. How did you do it, Lucas? How did you become so strong? I had a goal. You set a goal too and focus on it. Maybe you're right. After this conversation with Michael, we started meeting occasionally. As friends. The past emotional bond was gone, but there was still a human connection. Michael started taking teacher training. For the first time I saw him truly happy. Lucas, you inspired me, he said one day. I learned to live my own life. That's good, Michael. My mother Patricia has also changed, by the way. She's more open to people now. Your influence. Not my influence. Their own changes. Michael was right. The Thompson family had really changed. Patricia had started volunteering at social aid organizations, and Richard had started a pro bono, free legal aid program at their firm. 2 years later, I heard that Michael had received his teaching certificate. He had become an English teacher at a high school in the Bronx, where disadvantaged children studied. These kids are like me, he had told me. Kids from whom society doesn't expect much. I want to be hope for them. Michael's change had affected me. Maybe people really could change. When Carlos and I got married, we didn't invite the Thompson family, of course. But Patricia sent me a flower basket. It said, "Congratulations on your happiness." After the wedding, Michael called. Lucas, I heard you got married. I'm very happy for you. Thank you, Michael. Is Carlos a good man? He's a wonderful man. He loves me very much. So you found what you deserved. You'll find it too, Michael. When you love yourself, others will love you too. Michael had laughed. You were always very smart. Today Michael teaches in the Bronx. The children love him very much. Patricia is active in social aid organizations. Richard runs equality and justice programs at their firm. And me? I'm still at the head of Ethereal, living a happy life. With Carlos. We're planning to open our third restaurant. The Thompson family is no longer the enemy of my life. They're just people from the past. I forgave them because it was necessary for my own peace. They changed because it was necessary for their own conscience. My hostess Sarah asked that evening, "Does someone from the Thompson family know you?" And yes, I knew them. But now I knew them differently, as people who could change, grow, and learn from their mistakes. And Michael? Michael is no longer the person his father wanted him to be, but the person he wanted to be. Maybe my greatest victory is this: inspiring my ex-boyfriend to live his own life. Years ago, the Thompson family rejected me. Today I respect them, because they grew, changed, and developed just like me. And this was perhaps the greatest revenge that could be taken, making them better people.